Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, cop says his gun went off. Dead girlfriend's relatives demand a probe. Skeptical of reports that a 20-year-old Jamaica Soku was accidentally shot when her cop boyfriend's gun went off, her relatives and friends are demanding a thorough investigation of what happened in the Clarendon hotel room where she received the fatal wound. The detective at Midday told me that she got shot at her left side, lower to her breast. When I went to identify the body at Witter and Sons funeral home, I saw a gunshot in her face, right between her nose and her upper lip. Her distraught mother, Nadine Soku, who lives in St. Elizabeth, told the news by phone on Monday. "This doesn't look right at all," she added. The mother said she had never met her daughter's boyfriend, but had seen him twice during his video calls with her daughter. Jamaica Soku, also known as Janae Ornay, was a bartender who lived in Paradise, Westmoreland. Her godmother, Joan Barnes, who lives in the community, was visibly shaken as she wept and begged for answers on Monday. "She doesn't deserve to die like this," Barnes said. "From last night I haven't slept. I am traumatized. Nice picnic. Everybody in the community love her. Very friendly, decent picnic that just goes to work and comes in and makes her jokes," Barnes told the news. "We need the government of Jamaica, Indicom and everybody to get involved." She appealed as she pointed to building blocks at the front of the boardhouse she said Soku bought with a plan to build a concrete structure. The family's affairs are fueled by a neighbor's unconfirmed claim that there was a tense exchange over the phone between Soku and her boyfriend the day before she died. According to a police report, Soku and a 28-year-old police constable were at Hotel Versailles in Midday when she received a single gunshot wound to her chest from the cop's service weapon, a Glock pistol. The constable initially said he had placed the pistol on the bed his girlfriend was lying on, his back was turned, he heard a loud explosion, and when he looked around, he saw that she had been shot in her chest. According to the report, while at the Midday police station, the constable gave another account of the incident. In that version, he said he had decided to get something to eat and was removing his pistol from his leg holster in order to secure it when the gun slipped from his hand. In attempting to catch the gun, the constable said he accidentally triggered the firearm, which discharged a round in the chamber. Police took Soku to the Midday hospital where she was pronounced dead. Because of the conflicting accounts of the incident, the constable is to be questioned further. Indicom has also launched an investigation to ascertain the full circumstances and the actions taken which resulted in the weapon being fired. The concerned officer's gun was recovered and he provided an initial account to the Indicom investigative team, it said in a release. The incident scene was examined and the evidential material recovered was processed and packaged. The hands of the deceased as well as the concerned officer were swabbed for gunshot residue. The concerned officer was served with a Section 21 notice pursuant to the Independent Commission of Investigations Act 2010 to submit a statement, and an interview will be scheduled. As she awaits answers about how her daughter died, Nadine Soku also has questions about her phone. She said Janae had 2 iPhones, but only one had been retrieved by the police. The other phone is active on social media. "We wanted that phone," she demanded. Waltham Park Road tense after shooting scare during curfew. A gun attack carried out Monday night by men on motorcycles against the residents of 75 and 77 lanes of Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew has left the community on edge with fears of escalating violence. The area, which falls within the St. Andrew Central Police Division, is currently under a 48-hour curfew that began Sunday at 6 p.m. "Nobody no get shot this time, but this only gonna make things broke out again in the new year," a resident told the news last night. 5 people were killed in the Waltham Park Road area on November 25, 2024, after gunmen went on a shooting rampage in 2 sections of the community. Residents believe Monday's shooting is a continuation of the ongoing violence between rival factions. Two men them ride on the bike from back lane and one come off and start fire after two men who were walking on the lane. Them run off one of the man them down 75 lane. The next man hide under a car on 77 lane, and when they shot them down fire, them a try start the bike and the bike wouldn't start. And them push start it and it start. They allege the witness recalled. The police were called to the scene, scouring the area for evidence and collecting spent casings from the shooting. People have to leave them house in the community and go parent elsewhere, and it costs what we no have. Some of it come back home, and at the start of the year, and curfew in the place, a resident lamented. Jamaica recorded 34 murders in the first 11 days of 2025, according to the latest serious crime statistics published this Sunday by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. 4 of those murders occurred in the St. Andrews Central Police Division, prompting the extra security measure. The latest crime data shows that 14 of the 19 police divisions have recorded at least one murder since the start of the year. Since Sunday, 48-hour curfews have also been imposed in Kingston Eastern, Kingston Western, St. Andrews South, and St. Catharines South. Education Ministry investigating barring of McGrath High Schoolboy over his hair. The Ministry of Education says it is working with the McGrath High School in St. Catharines to address the issue of a schoolboy being barred from entering the institution due to his hairstyle, and will ensure that proper procedures are followed moving forward. The student, who was barred over a grooming policy infraction, posted a video on TikTok accusing the school of unfair treatment and called for the intervention of the Ministry of Education. The video went viral, reigniting public discussions about hairstyles in schools. The ministry says it has received a preliminary report as part of an ongoing investigation launched last week when the video began circulating. According to the report, the student arrived late and was cautioned about his tardiness and his haircut, which was deemed non-compliant with the school's regulations. However, the student allegedly left the school compound. Efforts by the principal to direct the student and others back inside were reportedly met with a non-compliance, the ministry added. The ministry, through its regional office, says it is assessing the issue and will meet with the student, his parents, the principal, and other involved parties to discuss the matter. These meetings, it states, are part of efforts to ensure that all stakeholders adhere to established protocols while prioritizing the educational needs and well-being of the students involved. The ministry doesn't take incidents like this lightly. While we are committed to upholding school policies, we must ensure that all actions are carried out in a manner that respects the rights and the dignity of both the students and the staff. Our goal is to promote a positive learning environment where discipline is balanced with understanding, said the Chief Education Officer, Terrian Thomas Gale. Close relatives, PPV operators being linked to child sex abuse. Close male relatives, as well as the bike taxi and the public passenger vehicle operators, have been listed by the Westmoreland Police as the main perpetrators of sexual abuse involving children in the parish. In making the disclosure at the monthly meeting of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation on Thursday, head of the parish's police, Superintendent Othniel Dobson, said preliminary Jamaica Constabulary Force statistics for 2024 showed that 32 incidents of rape were recorded in the parish. This figure represents a decrease on 1 incident when compared to 2023. He elaborated that we continue to see a situation where a lot of the rapes are committed by families or closer friends that the persons would leave their children with. The Westmoreland Police Commander also shed light on a disturbing trend relative to sexual assault cases, stating that over 90% of incidents, the perpetrators are males who were known to the victims and often included family members. According to Dobson, these assaults are rarely committed by strangers, but rather by individuals familiar to the victims and their families. He also expressed a concern about the roles of bike taxi and PPV operators in exploiting vulnerable children, citing them as the major offenders in these crimes. The parish top cop did not provide statistics on those offenders. Buying taxi is a popular mode of transportation for especially school children in Westmoreland, due primarily to the deplorable state of the roads in some communities there. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.